How is it going, everyone? We are just 2 weeks away from one of my most anticipated games of the year. I've been talking about Clair Obscur Expedition 33 since the game got initially revealed back in June of last year. I think Kepler Interactive, Sandfall Interactive, whoever was involved in the promotion of this game has just done a phenomenal job. This is how it's done. Obviously, at the foundation of it all, you need a compelling new game to promote, but after that, they've done a phenomenal job of getting people excited for a new IP coming from a brand new studio and really cultivating a lot of excitement out of nothing, because it's not like Sandfall had this history they could lean on. It's not like Expedition 33 is this established IP or Clair Obscur is this established IP, but they've done a tremendous job. And over the last few weeks, we've had a lot of character trailers drop for the game, and now we've got the latest one. I want to talk about that, give you guys a little bit of insight on the other character trailers that have dropped, and they did a post a few months ago talking about the soundtrack and the sound direction of the game, and I think that is so important to cover as well when you look at why people are so excited for this game. One thing that stood out to me immediately was the song from the original trailer and the soundtrack from the game the whole way through from what we have heard so far, but we'll talk that at the end of this video. Right off the top, we got the latest character trailer for Monaco. Monaco the Gestrel, friendly yet bloodthirsty. He, like all Gestrels, thrives on the thrill of the battle. To him, combat is meditation, and he can't resist a duel, even with friends. Untouched by the Paintress, his only real reason for joining the expedition is the same drive that compels him to do most things, the love of a good fight. Monaco possesses a unique ability. He collects the feet of Nevrons, absorbing their skills and transforming into them during battle. One of the few Gestrels who can speak the human language, his surprisingly scholarly manner contrasts with his clumsy, rough-edged demeanor. Watching this trailer, this is gonna be a fan favorite. This character is gonna be a fan favorite for a lot of people. I think he'll add more of a little bit of a lighter tone to the entirety of the cast, because the story itself seems pretty serious, but having that character in the party that, yes, he is somebody that loves a good fight, but at the same time, has a little bit of a comedic element to him as well. I think he's just gonna be a favorite for a lot of people, and cool to see him in the party as well. I think he'll add a little bit of depth to the overall party. This is, I believe, the second to last character trailer that they're gonna drop. They're gonna do one more next week, and then the following week is the release of the game. So they planned this out 6 weeks leading up to the release of the game. They've been doing these character trailers. The other ones that have dropped, we had the Seal character trailer last year. The Loon character trailer did drop. Meet Loon, the passionate scholar and mage, the daughter of prominent researchers. Loon has a deep thirst for knowledge and has sacrificed everything to complete her parents' work. Her one goal is to unravel the mystery of the Paintress. Entrusted with charting a path for the expedition, Loon feels keenly the weight of responsibility and the stakes involved. She cannot and will not allow the expedition to fail. Then you had Mael, who is voiced by Jennifer English, the youngest member of the expedition, a shy loner eager to fly. Orphaned at age 3, she has never felt at home in Lumiere. She has difficulty connecting with and trusting others, but has come to appreciate her foster brother, Gustave. At 16 years of age, she is significantly younger than her fellow expeditioners. Unlike them, she views the expedition as her chance to explore the world and finally forge her own destiny. Then you do have Gustave. Gustave grew up feeling suffocated by the Paintress's constant presence. He has dedicated his life to the city's defense and agricultural systems, striving to protect and provide for his people. Now, as an expeditioner, he devotes his final year of life to defeating the Paintress and reclaiming a future. And then, like I mentioned at the top, we covered the CL character trailer last week, but she is a farmer turned teacher. She's a warm and outgoing character, enjoying life day by day. She's at ease with death, having long accepted the brutality of their world, but her teasing smile masks a dark and painful past. Though deeply committed to the expedition, she is troubled by the specter of failure. They will do all in their power, and it will either be enough or it won't. So she was the last character. We've got one more character trailer next week, and that'll round out the party for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I do want to go over one thing. Lorien Testard, who is the composer for Clair Obscur Expedition 33, there was a lengthy post made going over his history, and I do want to bring this up because I feel like the sound direction and sound in general in any trailer, especially a debut trailer, I feel like is so important, and I thought right off the bat they nailed that with Expedition 33. I hate to constantly go back to Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, but Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is a game that I ended up really enjoying, but that debut trailer with that song choice, I just feel like it is not even understanding the tempo of what you are trying to reveal. It is not going along with what the game is. You've kind of destroyed the identity if you don't have correct sound direction, and I feel that it happens so much with Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. With Clair Obscur Expedition 33, I thought the sound direction the whole time has set this tempo for what this game is. It is a grim game that you are getting into, and go back and watch that initial trailer. I feel like that song played such a big part in everything in terms of setting the tone for what Expedition 33 was going to be. This mature narrative-driven RPG that is set in this grim world. And I just want to take a look at a piece of the lengthy post that they went over. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Shaping the musical identity of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. From the very start, I had a clear vision to create an immersive musical world where every song tells a story about the game's universe and its characters. We both wanted to craft an extraordinary adventure filled with discovery and wonder. Since the project was still in its early stages, I had the incredible opportunity to define its musical identity from the ground up as I discussed ideas with the team. I received concept art and parts of the script, all of which helped me imagine the sound of Clair Obscur. Being involved so early meant that the music became an integral part of the game's essence, a defining element of its identity. And it goes beyond just the music, but again, I think the music sets such a great tempo for the game itself and what the perception of this game was going to be, but also giving each character a voice. I love all musical instruments, and for every scene and every character, I carefully select the ones that best reflect their personalities. For example, in the themes that have already been released, Gustave, the cello in this theme expresses what I feel for his character. I wanted to capture the love he carries for Lumiere despite the ever-present threat of the Paintress and Monaco. I chose the saxophone as the lead instrument to reflect the madness, energy, and liveliness of the Gestrels. And there's one instrument with special significance in the game, the human voice, beautifully brought to life by Alice Duport-Percier. Voice is the heart of Expedition 33's music, almost as if the voice of the world itself. It plays a unique role in shaping the game's story and atmosphere, carrying deep emotions and meaning. I've already seen some interpretations of the game's lyrics, and it's always fascinating to read how listeners connect with the music in their own way. The lyrics are sometimes clear, sometimes shrouded in mystery, and I'm eager to see how players will interpret them and shape their own experiences through the music. So wanted to go over that post again because I think from that very first trailer, the sound and the song set the tempo for my expectations. And it wasn't just that, obviously it's in conjunction with everything else, but music is such an integral part of gaming, and I think when it comes to game promotion, song selection, sound direction, look, think about all of the trailers and the amazing trailers that we've seen over the years, like that Metal Gear Solid 5 trailer with Sins of the Father. Like, that sticks out to me, and a lot of that is because of the song choice, and I think they've nailed that with Expedition 33 with so far with what I've seen, but wanted to go over that as well. That'll do it for me. I've been so excited for this game, and Expedition 33 to me showcases, as far as being excited for a game, everything that I want out of a video game. Obviously, the fact it's inspired by JRPGs is going to be right up my alley. The mature story, the sound direction, all of that is right up my alley, and I really do hope this game does well. Like I said, I think they've done a great job of promoting the game, but I'm not expecting this game to sell millions upon millions of copies, given that, again, unknown studio, new IP. It's one of those games that has to come out, it's got to get reviewed well, and then I think a lot of people will jump on board and checking it out. It will be available day one on Game Pass, so hopefully that mitigates a lot of the risk, and they've already made money on the back end, but I could also see this game being received really well, and then a lot of people end up just buying it on Steam as well, even though they have the option of playing on Game Pass. And then on PlayStation, you can pick it up for $45 as a part of a pre-order discount, and on top of all that, all the talk about $80 games these days, Expedition 33 is going to be a game that's going to have 30 hours of gameplay. We know that it can be longer if you take your time and do everything, and it's $45 for a pre-purchase. Are you kidding me? Like, that's fantastic, and it doesn't look like this is a budget-oriented game. I really do believe that they could have gotten away with a $60, $70 price tag, but the fact it's 50 bucks and 45 for this pre-purchase offer, that's another slam dunk home run, and you can play the game on Game Pass if you do want to go that way. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts on Expedition 33, just 2 weeks away from the release of the game. Wanted to go over some of the key information, and I know the music post was a couple months old at this point, but I feel like it is relevant to bring up with the release being so close. Again, your thoughts down below, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.